Good afternoon, guys. I'm Yolanda.
I'm Chelsea.
We are very honored to be here and to share our topic to you guys. Our topic is about the perception of smart tourism technology of customer behavior intention. First of all, let's learn something about our background. Technology like the internet, which includes plenty of information, is changing customers' behavior, like shopping, banking, and traveling. Digital travel has been increased among all kinds of travelers' journey, whether solo travel or family travel. In the tourism industry, smart tourism technology plays a virtual role in customers' experience and satisfaction. Smart tourism technology not only has enriched travelers' life, but also satisfied with their travel experiences. This report aims to study what kinds of smart tourism application do people like using for their travel destination and the perception of smart tourism technology affect customer satisfaction through using data. A study of travelers' use of smart technology applications in a tourism destination. In order to solve the problem, this study established an intelligent research model to explain the reception of smart tourism technology. With increasing opportunities brought by the developments in the mobile electronic supermarkets, customer service and experiences personalizations has become possible to uncompared levels. With this premise in mind, this study has the aim to contribute to the current study in travelers who have used smart technology to analyze the relevance of frequently used application, operabilities, informations, interactivities, personalization, and security privacy, electricity. Next, we're into the methodology steps. We select the participants from the 1,157 participants, that's including male more than 600 and female for 556. They were recruited to study the types of smart tourism applications that travelers like you used at various tourism destinations and how they affect overall travel experiences. They are from different levels of education, employed, income, and ethnicity.
I'm gonna talk the first research question is what kinds of smart tourism technology does people prefer to use? And our design procedure is on SPSS. The first research question aims to figure out the frequency of technologies that people prefer to use. And as you can see, the process of how to get the frequency through SPSS. And for the statistic button, we want to discover the central tendency and this person to study the research. Data from SPSS, we get the 17 data. And first one is, you can see Airbnb frequency is 312 and the percentage is 2.8%. And we also get AR frequency and percent emergency alarm system, IoT sensors, mobile NFC and boardings, bike sharings and charging stations, cycle tracks, mobile payments and parking apps, ride sharing program. And next, we also get smart street lights, surveillance system, translation beacon, touchscreen, and advocate is Wi-Fi. And last one is parking payment system. This is the data from before we get, and the result of this study one is the participants' favorite application ride sharing program, which is 676 and 6.1% out of 100%. I'm going to talk about research question 2. What are people's perceptions of smart tourism technology? And we have 5 attributes related to the people's intention: accessibility, informativeness, interactivity, personalization, and security privacy. And for 5 attributes and people's intention, we have same hypothesis. First is non-hypothesis. That means there's no relationship between 5 attributes and intention of participants. And second, alternative hypothesis means attributes and intention of participants are related. And for design the procedure is we can click analyze and correlate and evaluate. And we have two variables for each attributes. First one is 5 different choice of attributes. Second is I will recommend to my family and friends. This depends on the file that teacher gave us. And now we can get a table of correlations between these two variables. This is the accessibility and people's intention. And this is informativeness and people's intention. And this is interactivity and personalization. Last one is security, privacy, and people's intention. And now we can, depends on the equation, we can get the correlation and the coefficient is 0.039 and 0.431, 0.442, 0.439, minus 0.431. For the results, we can conclude for accessibility, informativeness, interactivity, personalization, they have positive relationship with people's intention and have a medium effect for each other. And for security privacy, it has a negative relationship with people's intention and have medium effect for each other. So both we need to reject non-hypothesis, accept alternative hypothesis. Now, I'm going to talk about the study 3. The study 3 research question is how does smart device related to people's intention to use it? And this research question is related to multiple regression. So we have this equation, and we can assume x1 is accessibility, x2 is informativeness, x3 is interactivity, and x4 is personalization, and x5 is security privacy. And our design procedure is from analyze, click the regression and linear. And we have dependent variable. We need to put two variables. One is dependent variables is intention of using smart tourism technology, and independent variables accessibility, informativeness, interactivity, personalization, and security privacy. And this is the table from SPSS multiple regression coefficients. And please remember this statistics VAF value, and this is the constant, and we can keep going. We can assume x1 is accessibility, x2 is informativeness, x3 is interactivity, x4 is personalization, x5 is security privacy. Through SPSS, we can get the data. Bit 1 is 0.09 and bit 2 is 0.144. Bit 3 is 0.181. 0.4 is bit 4 is bit 4 is 0.189. Bit 5 is 0.018. According to SPSS, we can get the table below. You can see the R square is 0.278. And since security privacy, the p-value is higher than 5% and it is not significant, we can ignore this data. On the other hand, according to SPSS regression statistics, we can conclude that there are 27.8% can be explained by intention of using smart tourism technology. In addition, we can get a linear regression. This is the equation from the data. The reason why there's no security privacy because it's not significant, so we can ignore this data. Because bit B1 is 0.090, we believe it has a positive relationship with intention of using smart tourism technology. and 1 unit increase will be respectively reflected in 0.09 unit. And because B2 is 0.144, we believe it has a positive relationship with intention of using smart tourism technology. 1 unit increase of perceived values will be reflected in 0.144 unit. Because B3 is 0.181, we believe it still has a positive relationship with intention of using smart tourism technology, and 1 unit increase will be reflected in 0.181 unit. And because B4 is 0.189, we believe it has a positive relationship with intention of using smart tourism technology. 1 unit increase of perceived values will be respectively reflected in 0.189 unit. Additionally, through VIF value, we could know all the independent variables are moderately correlated because the value is between 1 to 5. And the last research question is, how is the intention of using smart tourism technology with users' gender? The hypothesis, there are two, one is non-hypothesis and one is alternative hypothesis. And our design procedure is click the Analyze and Compare means click Independent Samples t-test, because this research question is related to the independent samples, and after that we can define groups as male and female. You can see we can get a table of group statistics. One is male and one is female. You can see male has 601 numbers and female has 555 numbers, and the male's mean is 5.65, female's mean is 5.53, and the standard deviation is this, and female's standard deviation is this. And you can see the bottom table is independent sample test, and depends on the equation, and we can put the values into the equation, and we can get t value is 1.548. And this is two-tailed test using a t-statistic and a 5% level of significance. The appropriate critical value can be found in the t-table. In order to determine the critical value of t, we need degrees of freedom, df, defined as df. We can get the df is 1154. The critical value for a two-tailed test will, with degrees of freedom and this one is 1.972, and the decision rule is reject non-hypothesized if t higher than plus or minus 1.972, and accept non-hypothesized is if t value less than plus and minus 1.972. According to the data, we need to accept non-hypothesized because 1.548 is less than 1.972. And I have statistically significant evidence at alpha equal 5% to show that the total genders are not influence people's attention.
For the four studies, we draw the conclusion. Additionally, the correlation between the people's intention of using smart tourism technology and applications attribute has positive relationship and medial effect for people. However, security privacy has a negative correlation with people's intention. That means smart tourism technology cannot guarantee good private information yet. People still regard security as an important thing. Also, gender is not a problem for using smart tourism technology. For future research, serve the limitations of research is better because the data should not limit it in a specific place, like in the college. Choose a more different background because we can deal with the same research question with different environments and contexts.